What up, my primaries? Today's video was sponsored by nobody. Is that part of the song? I know that sound. I'm pretty sure they got that from Splice. I might be tripping, but maybe not from Splice, but I've definitely heard it from somewhere, that sample. I'm really glad that I'm hearing it now, because sometimes you hear a dope sample and it doesn't make it to charting songs. Can't really predict that sort of thing, but I love it. It's like a chopped up lo-fi-esque sample. And if y'all don't know what Splice is, it's a cloud-based service where musicians, producers, engineers, they just find like sounds online. This is it. This is their web platform. As long as you have an account with them, like really click on sexy drill, whatever that means. Let's hear some. Like you may hear that on an actual song that's charting someday if it hasn't already happened. It'll tell you what key, the tempo. A lot of these fit together really well. A lot of them mix and match with other people's sounds in different sample packs. So this is supposed to be copyright free, or the rights to it are in the contract of if you have an account with them. Issues come up if like you use this, let's say, but someone else uses it and you both trying to get rights and you're both copyrighting your songs, but this sample is pretty clear in both songs and it's like which artist owns the song. Like people still use it a lot, but just because of those horror stories from time to time, I barely use it. That's why I have so many credits. I don't even know if I still have an account with them. If it didn't expire already. But some of the stuff that I do like to get from them is like little bips and bobs, static sound, like a little one shot, shit like this. So when I said Splice, that's what I meant. This sample here in the beginning, I know I've heard before. Maybe they're sampling a song that is really popular and I just forgot it exists. So maybe it's actually from an actual song. But for sure I've heard it and Splice came to mind. May or may not be it though. Anyway. I feel like I might have heard it on like a lo-fi playlist on a study mix on YouTube somewhere. Once again, I could be wrong.
You're the only one I wanna give all my time. There's just something about it. Soon as we met, I couldn't even help it. Yeah, I got a feeling and I can't ignore it. I ain't playing no games. I mean what I say. Got you on my mind. It feels the same. Won't you swing my way? Baby, don't make me wait. I don't know if it's meant to be, but it feels like everything. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love taking over me? Feel that energy. Is this love? Is this love? I don't know why they say love is so blind, something so hard to find, but I think we found it. I think we got it, no doubt about it. If it ain't, then what's love? Someone tell me what's love? What's love gonna do when you feeling blue? You've been looking for the truth, so I'm telling you. But all this time in the back of my mind is back to remind me. So let me know what I never knew. Now you got me like, ooh, I don't care. I want you to take me there. Baby, let's get away. Will I know what it means one day? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love taking over me? Feel that energy. Is this love? Is this love?
I just want to say something real quick because I was talking about this with someone earlier. Harvey came in as probably like the most experienced or maybe the only model when they first got in the joint. And clearly she's could put on like, I don't know, like 5-10 pounds. Realistically, maybe like 10-12 pounds or something like that. Now, obviously, physically, fitness-wise, they're fitter than me. I can't imagine they wouldn't be unless it's some overtraining or lack of sleep things going on. But I feel like being an idol of some kind, it's a pretty active lifestyle. So as long as they're eating good food and they put on a little weight, that really makes me like happy. And another thing that I brought up in that conversation was when old girl here shaved her head, that they even like let her do that. Because I was just listening to Club Shay Shay interview with Amber Rose, and it actually in one of their verses they actually referenced Club Shay Shay, but I was semi listening to the Amber Rose one. She was a music video vixen, and they kept putting a wig on her. And at a certain point, she asked if she could just go bald, like just send my photos or some preview shit to the artist, whoever it was. Maybe it was Future, I don't know. And the middle woman, she was like, Amber, music video girls are not bald. They always have hair. Just because that was the norm at the time. They're obviously not willing to experiment. And one thing that I'm noticing a lot about like Korean K-pop is that they're obviously very formulaic. And it's something that Korea had to do. This is a whole different discussion, but Korea was a developing nation. It was like poorer than Ethiopia. And for them to be taken seriously, rapping, singing, whatever, they had to be really good, as opposed to some of these more developed nations where people take them a little bit more seriously right off the bat, say like Japan, America, whatever, where if their diction isn't perfect or they hit a wrong note, they think it's a part of the artistic expression. But if you're a developing nation, they just see you as like incapable or not as skilled. So Korea had to be perfect, but they're in a place right now where I feel like that's hurting them more than helping them. I feel like fans love their idols that they follow and they want to see them happy. They don't want to see them with, I mean, everyone's got some kind of mental baggage that they acquire along the journey of life, but disproportionately more than average. You know, you don't want to see your favorite artists be extremely traumatized and live in a short lifespan as a result. Well, anyway, Simon was an artist, and that's what makes me feel some kind of confidence that these girls will be in good hands because he kind of knows how it is. He's not some front office guy, you feel me? So she was allowed to shave her head. They're allowed to put on a few pounds because they're still healthy. I just feel like XG is a great example of giving them a little bit looser of a leash, which is interesting for me to say right now because I still got to finish the extra series. I think I just might have one more episode, but I felt like he was really harsh, but I think that was the phase to be harsh. And once he released them into the wild, he's kind of letting them eat an extra cheeseburger or whatever. But yeah, this isn't a think tank, so let's keep listening to the song. Oh my god. Is this the most replayed portion? It has to be. Is this okay? I mean, it's okay with me, but like I'm just thinking about for their market in Korea. I know Koreans have that skinship thing going on, but like not this part of the skin, right? In their Japanese market, are they cool with this? Like, how conservative are they? This is crazy. I mean, obviously they're not. I mean, it's just touching. They're not putting the extras on it, but I was about to say something about the sample, but this completely derailed my line of thought. This is crazy. And even in the beginning, or earlier in the music video, they had little sections where when they're talking about is this love, the girls were looking at each other, like right here on a seesaw. I think I like it. And I can imagine some people are going to be pissed off. I heard someone got pissed off over Puppet Show, and I forget his name, but I might low-key like see if he does a reaction to this too. Because he was really not with it. Like, it really went against his views and ideals of the society. And I feel like this is potentially falling in line with what might piss him off. But he may like it. I'm just loving the contrast of the song where a lot of the instrumentation, there's some like arpeggiaty things going on, but very lush. Half of it's sustained, half of it is like arpeggiaty 80. But the drum pattern is a little bit more mid-high tempo. I think I used this reference before, but it's like half the song is on weed and the other half is on crack. And I like that contrast. Ooh, those chord extensions. I love how they always shout out the team, man. Okay, so yeah, what I was gonna say is the sample. I'm pretty sure it's on another semi-known song. So if that was the repeated motif or it was looped throughout the song, one of the primary sounds, that would have been okay. But they used it for a purpose, but they didn't lean on it for the song. Like if I had a sample that I love that fit my song so good, but I knew a different song also used it, I would probably, like, it makes a really dope intro here, but you don't really hear it again throughout the song. You just kind of like built around it and then got rid of it. There's that sample, and then when the song progresses into the next section, you hear that synth. Well, you hear that shit in the back. It's pretty much echoing what the sample was doing, but it got rid of the sample and now they're just doing it with the synthesizer. Then you go into the song more as it progresses further. They just build around it even more, and the song kind of becomes its own thing, which I think is really good. I feel like it's bouncy, but that the drum pattern is what makes it bouncy. If you had like something like that, it would be a whole different song. So that's like what I said earlier about being all weed and crack at the same time. I like it. I love when this rap section came in.
Tell me what's up, what's love gonna do when you feeling blue? You've been looking for the truth, so I'm telling you. But all this time in the back of my mind is back to remind me. So let me learn what I never knew. Now you got me like, ooh, I don't care. I want you to take me there. Baby, let's get away. Well, I know what it means one day.
And no ad-libs, just like very occasional doubles, but sometimes doubles are used where it creates this huge dynamic in the vocals, where when the double part comes in, it's like noticeably louder during that part. But here, it's so subtle, you could barely hear that the doubles were happening.
I'm in the back of my mind is back to remind me. So let me learn what I never knew. Now you got me like, ooh, I don't care.
It's just very subtle. It just adds a little bit more going on the edges of your headphones. And I think that's really tasteful because this beat is not busy by any means, but it's busy enough to like not need ad-libs. Sometimes ad-libs add to the attitude of a song, the storytelling, and sometimes the production itself kind of needs some bells and whistles, and instead of using like sounds, you could have the person do ad-libs. Really not needed. I thought that was really good.
This feeling of love jumping up and down. Still don't get it, just being honest.
I can't believe they're doing it again. This is great. I can't wait to see what other people say about this. They're probably gonna be bugging out. I know some people are probably gonna have like a very pleased response to this, but when I first was put onto them, like half of them were minors, and when I saw the extras, like they were all like preteens. So my brain just doesn't work that way. I can't see them in like that way. You feel me? But I look at it more like nieces, where I'm like happy that things are going well. Oh, they're turning out so beautiful and whatnot. But I can imagine some people having more of like that pleased response to this shit. The vocals, very, very balanced. That singing part had some ad-libs, but that was kind of like a build-up-y section. Or at least that's what it turned it into. So, you know, works really nice there. Maybe I'm just going deaf in one ear, but it sounds like that piano sound is a little bit more on the right-hand side. Interesting. But everything else seems pretty balanced. I mean, at various widths, but still somewhat centered. So it makes me like want to like turn my head, like feeling a little bit of an imbalance in the ears, but it's only for this little section. They had that ambient rain sound going on at the end. Kind of reminds me how they started with that sample. Because very popular in lo-fi is that sound with the birds. And very popular in lo-fi is also ambient rain sounds. So kind of just reminded me of how they started was kind of how they ended. Not that they're trying to make a lo-fi song. It's very high fidelity.
I don't know if it's meant to be, but it feels like everything is this.
So what genre is this? Is it like R&B? I would say it's like modern R&B, but maybe it's an exact specific subgenre that isn't coming to my mind.
They say love is so blind, something so hard to find, but I think we've
like it doesn't feel crazy, and the dynamics aren't super dynamic, but there are busier sections with more dropped out sections. There is some dynamics. And let me go to that rapping section real quick.
What's love gonna do when you feeling blue? You've been looking for the truth, so I'm telling you. But all this time in the back of my mind is back to remind me. So let me learn what I never knew. Now you got me like, ooh, I don't care. I want you to take me there. Baby, let's get away.
Yeah, Yeah, it's solid. It's not minimal either. Like I was wondering if it was, but it definitely isn't as far as their vocal parts. I feel like they're getting pretty busy. But yeah, this is dope. I'm trying to read the comments. I want to see what people think about it. My answer solo moment, the dance break. Actually, he hasn't released a bad song yet. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so this person is saying that this song is about love in all its forms, familial, friendship, and other kinds of love, like the love that you have for your drugs. Translate to English. Okay, thank you for your observation. Getting teary-eyed. Okay. Oh my glob. I mean, she put it out there, so I think it's safe that I show it too, but this person had a miscarriage, her heart's broken, and this song her husband sings to her every morning relieves just a bit of the pain. It's crazy the role that music can have in our lives, and if you make music that can be meaningful to people in trying times, it's crazy. It just reminds you of what music has been to humanity since like our ancestors. It's like this primal thing. It helps us get through tough times. I'm sure there's symbolism to a lot of things going on. I really like how in multiple parts throughout the music video, they just have that like robotic dead kind of concept. Like I think when they were building to Harvey, let me find it. Yeah, here, like first of all, this shit is bugged out, but also like they had her rap it kind of like dead robotic while they're what's that motherfucking name from Teen Titans? Cyborg. Yeah, like gave her like that cyborg kind of thing. But I really like that. It's a pretty distant comparison, but a lot of times in fashion modeling, they'll want to go for that dead aesthetic, so they'll ask you to kind of do a similar thing. But I like it. Got you on my mind. If you feel the same, won't you swing my way? If you've ever gone out to eat and your server says enjoy the food and you say thanks, you too, and you couldn't stop thinking about it for the rest of the day, please tell me what you think about this song in the comments below.